Alright, so we're going to be opening up and disassembling this DELL XPS 139350. So first what you're going to want is a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver. And then we're also going to need, it looks like a PH0. Alright, so we're going to remove all the T5 screws from the bottom here. Alright, keep the screws in order because they are different size, shapes, and lengths. You don't want to get them mixed up. This goes for every computer. The way you keep track of them, just put them in the layout that you see, so like this kind of rectangular shape, and that will help you keep track of them. Alright, so take out all these screws. It's just going to be kind of I need to test the SSD for this customer because their SSD is not working. Once you get all these Torx or T5 screws out, we're going to switch to the PH or JIS 0 screwdriver. Lift up this cover and take that one screw out. Alright. Now that we got all those screws out, what we're going to do is we're going to actually pop this cover open. So the easiest way to do that, we're most likely going to have to use a metal pry tool, or if you can do it with a plastic pry tool, you're welcome to try. I'll try with my fingernails, but it's kind of tough. So I would get my fingernails in there and then push the bottom out here, just like this. Okay. And you can actually see, it's working, so I don't have to use the pry tools, I guess. We'll try. Alright, so get my fingernails in that gap there and pull this open. Alright, you don't want to push on the trackpad here, so be careful. But here you can see we are getting this cover apart. So I'm going to go along the back here. Now we're going to try and pull this cover completely out. Now we're going to go along the side here. Okay, so it is lifting up. And we're going to try and pry this out. You want to be careful for these little speaker grills or fan vents, whatever those are. Okay. Alright. And it is being a pain, so I think I'm going to have to use the metal tool. Let's see. Let's try going over to this side. Alright. There we go. Okay, oops. So I kind of used my fingernails to pull it up. But again, you can use pry tools to go all the way around the board if you want, if you can somehow manage that. Okay, and then we'll wiggle this and we got that cover off. Okay, so here you can see there's a M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here, so we're going to take that out. The battery I'm going to leave in, but the connector is here. If you want to remove that, you just go ahead and try and get this connector. Let me zoom in. Okay, what you do is you get the connector and then you kind of just wiggle it out and it pops out just like that. If you can't do that with tools, what you can do is you can actually undo the screws for the battery, grab as close to this connector as you can and just wiggle it as you pull it. And I'm going to actually press and hold the power button to drain power from the computer to prevent any risk of damage. So once I disconnect the battery, I open the laptop, press and hold for about 10 to 15 seconds, and that should reduce the risk of damaging the computer. So this one, it's not reading the SSD, so I'm going to be testing it using an adapter like this, okay? And I'm going to plug this into another laptop. So we're going to see, I don't see any replaceable RAM, so very likely the RAM is soldered to the board. If it's not soldered to the board, then it's on the bottom side of the motherboard, and that's going to be a pain to remove. So this is more just a quick look inside. You got the speaker connector here, and the speaker wire from this speaker. Oops, let me zoom out. So the speaker wire from this goes all the way here to that connector, and then the other speaker goes here. You got the BIOS or CMOS battery here. Got the wireless card here. You got this connector that goes into the screen, most likely for like the webcam. You got the LCD LVDS connector. If you mess with this connector, make sure that you did disconnect the battery and press and hold the power button 10 to 15 seconds. Very important so you don't damage anything. Alright, inside the screw is actually a PH1 or JIS1. You can probably remove it with the PH0 or JIS0, but you want to be careful if you do that. Alright, so make sure that the screwdriver isn't skipping out of the screw or you can risk damaging it. So we take that one screw out, the SSD pops up like that, and I'm going to transfer it over. So I'm going to remove this SSD I currently have in the adapter. I'm going to take this out. Alright. The adapter will vary depending what you get, but this is a PCIe NVMe SSD adapter. Make sure you get the right one. If you use a M.2 SATA adapter, it won't work with the PCIe NVMe SSDs. Okay, get that in there. Alright, tighten the screw down. And I'm just going to test the SSD with my other computer. Put it in there. Okay. That on, get these screws in. Alright, and then you also got this little connector here. I think that's for like the touchscreen. I'm not 100% sure, but it's also goes as part of the LCD or LVDS screen connector. Okay, so there's not too much else under here. The board on the left here, it is replaceable. There's a connector under there with a little, you can flip this latch and pull that connector out. You will have to remove the battery, but that's for the USB port and the SD card slot. But yeah, other than that, there's not much else in this computer, so I'm going to set this aside. And we are going to... Okay. And then I'm going to start up my computer and see if the SSD is readable. Okay. Alright. Put this thing up. We're going to get the reader thing here. Alright, I don't want to show my password, so I'm going to put this off the screen. I'm going to log in and I'll be back. Alright, so now what we're going to do, you can see here, right now it's just showing C drive, so we're going to plug this in and see if it shows the other hard drive or not. Okay, it flashed on for like a second and then it disappeared. So I have a feeling this SSD, the controller is fried. So let me see. I'm going to unplug it and then we're going to plug it back in. It might flash on again. No, it didn't flash on the screen. Okay, let's try plugging in again. It flashed, it's on right now. So here I can see the OS E drive and it is working. Okay, so the hard drive's okay. I don't know why it's not reading the boot, so I might have to do something to correct the boot. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is. I'm gonna put the SSD back in and then we're gonna try and boot it up. And if it still doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to see if I can do something to repair the Windows installation. So let's close that. We'll take this back out. Let's get the computer back out here. Alright, let's take these screws out. That's pretty much all there is to this. So the speakers are held down with screws. Most of it is pretty self-explanatory. You can take it all out if you want. There's this one small screw here that uses PH0, but the rest of the screws holding the battery in are using PH or JIS1 screws. And then the wireless, or not, the speaker antennas are taped down to the battery, so if you are going to remove that, make sure that you move those out of the way. Alright, let's put the SSD back in. If they're lucky, then it might just fix itself just by removing it and putting it back. Alright. Happens. It's not that common, but it does happen. Alright, put that there. Okay, so we're going to plug the battery back in. Right, squeeze the two layers together, or the two pieces. And then we just put this cover back on. Snap everything back in place. Okay, just go around, snap it all back down. Okay, we're going to put the middle screw back in first. Alright. And we're going to get the T5 or Torx 5 screws and put all of those back in place, and we're pretty much done. So again, hopefully this video helped you guys, maybe to upgrade your SSD or battery. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. You're welcome to stay while I put back the rest of the screws, but that's pretty much all there is. And usually after disconnecting the battery, you're gonna have to reset the date and time, though I think this one did have the CMOS battery here, so shouldn't have that issue, but we will find out. So let's put back all these screws. Slowly open this model. It is turning on, so yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. So it is saying no bootable device, so I'm gonna have to see if I can repair that somehow. Hopefully with my Windows 10 boot drive. Alright. And if you're wondering how that's done, you just get a bootable Windows 10 USB on DELL. You press F12, and then you can hopefully boot from that. And then you can actually see the boot device. So I'm going to boot from that, and then I'm going to try some startup repair things. But anyways, yep, that's all there is to this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.